back out here. Car's been sitting for like a month or so. Ain't really messed with it. But today I'm going to try to get the drivability a little bit better. So I'm gonna take it, log, come back and make changes, log, make changes, come back, make changes, drive, log, changes, all that crap. Since I'm alone, it's the only way I can do it. It sucks, but it works. Before I can do that though, these dry rotted tires need to go. I went and picked up these ones that I had. So I'm gonna switch these out and get this stock wheel put back on. Since on the passenger side in the back, I have a Steely on there. So as you can see how dry rotted this tire is right here. It's like that all the way around pretty much, just not that bad. Oh well, actually this is about the worst spot. So that's why I'm getting rid of it. Let's see how old this thing is. Where's the date on it? 2014. Can you see that? 18, 14. So I think it's time to retire this beast. I don't even, you can tell how little it got used over the years. Like barely at all. Just sitting here dry rotting, bought to dry rot. I think I broke something. No, I didn't. Good to go. Okay, not good to go. Still gotta get that one off. So back out here, it's the next day. I got the tires done. They held air overnight. This one though, I had to actually take back off and turn it around because I put it on backwards. I wasn't paying attention, obviously. Okay, so I got it started up, warmed up. It idles pretty good, as you can see. So I'm going to just go drive it and log, see what I can fix about it. The only time that it seems to at idle go a little bit lean is whenever the cooling fan goes on, which is actually still pretty, it only goes about 15 and then it kind of comes back, but only when the cooling fan comes on. I've been messing with it, trying to figure out if it's a load or I don't know. So maybe somebody's got an idea, I don't know. But let me go get some, first let me move in the red car, and then I will hit the road. So I got the map cleaned up, pretty good enough to where I could hit it with some nitrous last night, and it seemed like the nozzles were clogged or something. I'm not sure. I got to take it apart and see what the deal is with that. I'm not sure. I hit it with I know that it was getting to the purge solenoid, it was purging fine, so I got to take the nozzles out and see if they're clogged or something somehow. So I found that the input's working, obviously, so there it goes, input working, and I set everything over here down to nothing so it'll activate, and it does activate. Output comes on, but the solenoid isn't actually activating. So right now I'm pushing the throttle and it's activating the output, but the solenoid isn't working. Alright, so I got a piece of wire. I'm just gonna bypass the relay and see if the solenoid's still good. And if the solenoid's good, then oh, see? So solenoid's still good. I just got to figure out why it's not getting its power source, or obviously since I just put power to it, I know that it's got a good ground up here where I got it grounded, so, which is not a good ground, but nevertheless it is grounded, and the solenoid does work. So I got to figure out why it's not getting power, which power comes from the relay, power from the fuse block to the relay, from the relay to the solenoid, and the trigger switch is one ground, and then the other ground comes from the ECU. Let me try to trace it back and see what it is. Could be just the fuse. Didn't even bother to look. Not the fuse. Can't be that lucky. But let me see what I can find. Okay, so pretty sure I figured it out, or I know I did. It was set, the output was set to the purge solenoid A20, and I'm using A15, which is the AC clutch. I didn't even pick up on it. I didn't switch it. It must have been whenever I pulled up a new map. I think the default output for Neptune is the A20 purge solenoid. There it is right there. That, well, you probably can't see it, but yeah, there it is. That black with the red wire. Okay, let's see what happens. Keys on, arm it. Let's see if it will pop the solenoid. That wasn't the solenoid, that was the flashlight. That's the solenoid. On, off. On, off. Okay, good to go. Simple mistake by me. So I brought it home because it was missing, like I said, pretty much consistently missing. After I'd make a pull, it would start missing and then pretty much not stop. So I brought it over here, pulled the plugs on it, found that the straps on 2 and 3 are starting to melt. I don't know if you can see that, but 2 and 3 actually started melting just a little bit. 1 and 4 were fine. They weren't too bad, or the straps weren't melted yet. So I'm gonna go get some new plugs, throw them in, see what happens, try to make some more pulls, because I was only able to make one pull, I think, with spraying the nitrous. So obviously I need to get some new plugs. Those are actually the same plugs that from whenever I originally built the motor. I just never had any need to change them. Barely you know, barely drove the thing, so there ain't really no need to change them if, you know, if I ain't driving it. But obviously something's wrong. So I'm gonna get some new plugs and I don't know, see what the hell that means. And just like that, we're back. Only it's been 2 years. That stuff was filmed in December 2023. We're now in December 2025. And I never really figured anything out. I just threw spark plugs at it and took it down the road again and melted another spark plug. Something's wrong. And those pieces fell down inside the cylinder. So I just took the cylinder head off and put a new head gasket, started it up, you know, checked everything. Everything seemed fine. And parked it and haven't looked back. Today I decided I'm going to pull the motor out and pull the head off and probably just tear it back down and see what's going on, because it was making some kind of metallic noise whenever I did start it up, coming out the exhaust. So I just shut it down, and it didn't sound like it was knocking or anything. It ran fine, but it just didn't, sounded like it was missing even though it wasn't missing. So I don't know, maybe it maybe a valve, so I don't know. All right, got the cherry picker over here, car's off the ground, and I was looking under here when I took the wheels off and noticed how much the bugs have just taken over. But what I really noticed or thought about was I've never one time even bothered looking at the brakes on this thing. Never one time. Don't know what the pads look like. Rotors are shot. Got this old filter here. This thing's been hanging here forever. This tube is actually from the red car, the Altima. I stole it a long time ago because I needed exactly this diameter to this diameter. You can see that I blocked off the match sensor, just grinded that off. Oh, and blocked off Coca-Cola got on board, sponsored us there. So that's junk. Much of the same thing going on over here, even worse actually. And of course the same with this. Never even looked at them except for to put new axle in. Brake pad, not good. Alright, so time to get to the nitty gritty. That one ain't gonna work. That one ain't gonna work. This axle nut is on there. Bent this breaker bar, not a whole lot, but bent it. And it's not a cheap breaker bar. I mean, it's not a, you know, cheap made snap-on from probably before I was born. So gotta bust out the big guy, the 1 inch 1 inch for a 1.25 inch socket. All right, let's see what happens. Not as bad. That's flammable stuff. Alright, got the tranny separated. I made it a little harder on myself than I needed to. I forgot to take off the dust cover for the clutch. So whenever I set it on the ground, it was still connected. But easy enough. So next, I gotta get it up onto the engine stand before it gets too dark out here, because I'm pushing my limits on daylight. Alright, I'm gonna take this off, see what it looks like. I don't remember buying those bolts. I wonder if they... Does anybody... No, of course not. I don't remember buying those. Undoubtedly I did, but I don't remember. What is that? Is it swelling? No. What the hell? I don't know. I thought it was slinging something. Oh, it was. Doesn't that look like it was slinging? Am I wrong? Doesn't that look like it was slinging something? There's no grease. I mean, I barely put any grease on the splines. There's no way there was enough grease for that. Okay, so flywheel looks alright. This thing should fit now with the clutch out of the way. I guess it'd help if I got some bolts. Okay, try this again. That ain't long enough. Alright, that's attached. Now I just got to put it on the stand. Alright, after laboring to get this thing through the dirt on the engine stand into the shed, that's where it is now, in the shed. That's where it's going to live until I get the time to come back and take it apart. Probably won't be that long, but I'm just mainly trying to see what that noise was, and I'm also kind of interested in seeing just the overall health of the engine. But until that time comes, this is where it's going to live. So if you want to see what it is that I did to it, come back next time. Shouldn't be that long. Wipe all this grease off. Shouldn't be that long, and I'll see what I did wrong.